Hey guys, good afternoon. Hopefully everybody's doing great today. So today we're going to talk about visualizations, how to visualize correctly. This is what we're going to focus on today, and this is what I'm going to teach you how to correctly visualize. Now look, this principle or this method or what I'm about to show you, reveal to you guys, it may actually go against what you were taught or what you were believed or learned how to visualize. And I'm going to show you the correct way to visualize. This way will actually speed up your manifestation, so to speak, speed up your desires, speed up the things you want to materialize into your reality. All right. So for anyone that's new to this channel, it's your first time here, always remember there's no such thing as coincidence. So you found me here, and I'm here to teach and impart some lessons to you so that you can take charge of your mind, your consciousness, so to speak. All right. So let's begin. First, we want to talk about languages. Your mind responds in this way. Let's talk about some languages that your mind communicates to you, that you are aware of some of them right now, but once you get to the next level, once you're able to get by that ego, to disengage it, once you're able to remove those subconscious blocks or those limiting beliefs, this takes you into what we call the higher self or the superconscious mind state. And this is where your higher self, that what we call that higher intelligence closest to God or the universe, this is where it communicates to you now and imparts very, very, very specific or these information or languages that can help you, give you the clues, direction. It brings the people, materialize things so that you can experience or manifest your desires. And the way your mind or superconscious languages work, there's a few, so let's talk about a couple of them. So when you get to this next level, you'll be communicated to through your feelings, your desires, intuitive nudges, inspired actions, visions, dreams. Okay, now, these are the languages that your higher self, once you get to that next level, that superconscious mind will use to communicate to you. Now, what does Mark mean when he says communicate? Actually, you will be instructed, you will be guided, you will be pushed to do something, to call someone, to go somewhere, to create something. Ideas will start to generate, and they are all designed and directed to whatever you've been putting out to the universe to attract. Okay, I'll use the law of attraction. So languages are important. So I say that to say this. It's about languages. You have to know the correct language, how to talk to your consciousness, your higher self. Okay, just like you have talked to your kids, you communicate to co-workers, to everybody, individuals. We all have languages, and this is the first key component that I want you to be aware of when it comes to communicating. So when it comes to visualizing, okay, you want to make sure we're using the correct language, and here it is. Okay, let's talk about your brain and how it corresponds and how it interprets what we call this reality around us. All right, so your brain or your subconscious mind, okay, remember the subconscious mind, it's like a super computer. Just look at it that way. It takes information because it's connected to that higher intelligence, your higher self, the universe, God. This is where God, or I'll say the universe, this is where he sends divine action, intervention. This is where you get the ideas. This is where you get the nudges to create and do things, okay? So when you visualize, first of all, if you're new here, let's talk about what visualizations is. Visualizing is talking to your higher self. This is how you create. This is how you give the instruction to your higher self to get what you want. So always remember, anything that you're desiring in your life right now, anything that you want to bring in or manifest, you have to talk. And you talk through visuals, images, thoughts. They all combine and they create the images. This is how you get to your mind, to your higher self. This is how you tell your subconscious mind, hey, this is what I desire, this is what I want to have. So the first key you guys have to understand is anything that you want in your life or anything you want to materialize, you must talk in a language form of what? Visualizing, thoughts. So visual is a process, okay? It's a system. It's where you close your eyes and you see the images that you want to present in your brain. The brain transfers that image now to that higher intelligence, the subconscious mind, which is connected to that higher intelligence or your higher self. Now it goes out and it uses the laws of what we call energy dynamics, quantum physics, everything to create, to generate, and to attract whatever you've been aspiring or whatever you've been visualizing to come in. Okay, but here's the key component now that I want you to keep in mind when it comes to this part of your consciousness. When you visualize, you must visualize as normality, as normal as possible. Okay? This goes against a lot of what we were taught. Normal. What does normal mean? Well, let me show you something about your mind, how your mind works, your subconscious mind. Nothing is impossible and everything is easy to the subconscious mind. Okay? This means there's nothing can impress it. Everything is normal state of reality to your mind, to your subconscious mind. Let me repeat that again. Everything is a normal state to your subconscious mind. Okay? So if you are visualizing or creating or seeing something you desire, but if you're seeing it in what I call a fantasy format, you're out of harmony with your mind. If you're out of harmony, that means you're not creating that force or the energy to attract it. Because you're here and your subconscious mind is there. You're not connected because everything is normal. So here's the big tip. You want to visualize in as normal state as possible. Okay, how do I visualize in a normal state? Well, you take the fantasy and you tone it down to a normal state. Our normal state is a state of expectancy. I always use an example, like the sun. You already expect the sun to come up tomorrow, right? Or the sun to come up the next day. Therefore, you're not worried about it. You plan and things happen because you expect it. It's normal. This is how you got to get your mind into things. So when you're visualizing, let's say, a huge house, a career, or this business, do not visualize out of reach. I mean, do not visualize like as this fantasy format, as if it's hard. It's going to be so impossible, or once I receive it, I'm going to be shocked. No, because according to your subconscious mind, you know, these things are already yours, so it's a normal state. So you have to visualize as if you're doing it, like you have it already. So you will see yourself in the house, you're walking around, you're doing basic things. That's normal. Now here's a key component. Think about this now. And this is going to eliminate you have to put a whole bunch of emotions into it, because your mind is going to track you. Your mind is going to follow you. Your thoughts and emotions are going to follow. So if you're visualizing, you're seeing yourself in your nice big home, and you're walking through the corridors, and you're going upstairs. What's happening here? Well, the emotions are automatic now. See, the emotions are automatically following you. So you're not creating any emotions or trying to put emotions in this thing. It's all natural. And once it becomes natural, this is how your subconscious mind will depict it. So now your subconscious mind will see these things as normal, and you both match. See, create that harmony now, and that quickens up the manifestation. See, your mind says, okay, I agree with you. You agree with your mind. Boom. Start to attract these things. That's a very key component I want to leave with you, that visualize as normal state. Visualize in a state of expectancy. For example, expect the things that you're visualizing to occur, to happen. This is the best way to be normal, because here's the key. If you look around in reality, everything to the subconscious mind has the same principle. 1 penny has the same meaning or vibrational match as $1 trillion. A mansion, same as a small bedroom. Whatever it is, your mind does not see these things as something spectacular or something out of range. It sees these things happening now because they're part of you, they're part of your consciousness, and you own them, so they are you. So your mind's not out of the picture. It doesn't say this is spectacular. Here's what gets you out of alignment or gets you out of harmony. Your ego. The ego mind, because it can only see things on a limited perspective, when things happen, it says, whoa, this is spectacular. This is incredible. I just got lucky. See, because the mind, that part of the mind cannot see beyond a higher consciousness level. Let me give you an example and show you what I mean. Let's say you and a friend, you're both walking down 2 roads, okay? Now, you are both farsighted. You can see down the road. You can see the road from miles away. And about 500 feet up the road, there's a nice big hotel. Okay, you can see the hotel. Now, on the other hand, your friend is nearsighted, or he or she can only see maybe about 200 blocks up, but there's the hotel. So you turn to your friend, say, look, up ahead, there's this huge big hotel. Let's say she looks now and she says, I can't see the hotel. Okay, why? Because she's nearsighted. She can only see so far, but the hotel is still there. That's the difference between your subconscious and your conscious. Your conscious mind is like that friend that's nearsighted. They can only see to a limited perspective. Your subconscious mind sees the whole dimensional field. It sees everything. So this is what I'm showing you, that if you are engaged in a fantasy format, and the ego comes in, then you can actually create resistance, because your ego says, I can't see it. Why? Because that's how it was created. But let's go back to the friend example. You have both sides. You have far sightedness. You have perfect vision, so you can see all the way down. Your friend, on the other hand, she was limited to having nearsighted. That's how your conscious mind, it was created on a limited perspective. It only can see so far. Remember, the ego can only, the farthest it can go is into your past. That's its farthest reference point, the conscious mind is. So this is why you must, when you visualize in a state of normality, because your mind, subconscious, already sees the whole dimension. It knows exactly what your desires are before it comes in. Your conscious mind cannot see it, so it will lie to you. Yes, it will literally create stories, create justification to tell you it's not possible, because it just can't see it. But let's go back to the analogy again. Both of you on the road. There's the hotel. You see it clearly. She can't see it because of her nearsighted, but it's still there. What will she do? She'll argue you down. No, it's not there. That's your mind. So get out of that state of fantasy and get to a state of normality. Once you get normal, boom, you'll start to receive it. Remember, I always use an example. You go out there and you buy a lottery ticket. Take it to the store. You check it. You win $2 million. Look around you. Nothing spectacular. There's not balloons falling down. Nobody's jumping up and down. The guy next to you is still buying his groceries. The lady's baby is crying. Somebody can't even pay for their groceries. It's all happening. It's a state of normality. So when you start to put fantasy into things, you're out of harmony. So get down to normal. Expect it, just like whatever happened yesterday, the normal day. That's how you got to visualize in a state of normality. Once you do this tip, you will literally trick your mind. Okay? Because now you match the harmony. It starts to manifest easily and effortlessly. Okay? So that's the big tip today. Visualize in a state of normality. Don't worry about pushing feelings or anything. Just follow your thoughts. Your emotions will follow it easily. You automatically feel the emotion. Just like we talk about the house. You're walking through that nice house. Just walk through home. Your emotions will follow. You'll feel good automatically. See? You're in a state of normality. So that's the tip I want to leave you guys with today. Perfect. Now, the coaching program, now I'm working on a new platform. So it should be ready by August. I'm going to create a format just as I do with the one-on-one coaching students that I take on. I'm going to put it in an interactive format, so it will be on the website, so I can be able to help a lot of individuals now. So instead of waiting 2 months, I'll create a format now. It'll be interactive. It'll be in 3 stages, 3 courses: a beginner's, intermediate, and expert level. And of course, anyone can partake of it. And it should be ready by August. And it'll be the same format as I do with the one-on-one students. So you'll learn the entire program. You will learn the basics. You're gonna learn the system. I'm gonna teach you how to expose the ego, to detach the ego. I'm going to get you into that higher state connectiveness. I'm going to show you how to do the self-hypnosis to get your mind to materialize. It's the same process I do when I do my one-on-one coaching. You're going to put it in a format so you guys can have access to it online. Same process with the lottery. The lottery is the same thing. I just use the lottery as one avenue to show you guys that your mind is very powerful. You can use it to create and manifest anything that you desire. That's the basic process of that. There's a lottery coaching program. It's available on the website as well. And when you get the lottery program, it comes with a limiting belief removal system as well. So you have everything there that you guys could take advantage of to get you to where you want or desire to be in the state of your life. So these are the tips. And the website, you can go, you can sign up, put your name on the list for when a coaching program comes out. You can be able to take advantage of that as well. So Facebook group, of course, is doing excellence, growing every day by leaps and bounds. So much great testimonials, so much individuals that are in tune with their mind and using these teachings now, and you're seeing how your mind works. Keep in mind, guys, look, the things that I'm teaching and I bring out, okay, these things are based mainly on a scientific level. You can see it from the quantum physics, quantum world, how energy creates. Remember those fundamental forces we have? We have what? We have the weak nuclear, strong nuclear force, got the electromagnetic spectrum force, we have gravity. All these forces bind and they create things on a quantum level. Remember that quantum physics creates classical physics, or quantum mechanics will create classical mechanics. Quantum means from the small, which is the spiritual, comes to what we call the classical, which is the perceived physical. Everything that you see around you right now must originate from a quantum scale. Repeat that. Everything that you're seeing right now must originate from a quantum level. In other words, it must be created from an energetic point in space-time that it must perceive to materialize based on the perception of your brain. The key component is that is basically how it works. Once you can grasp that, then the only thing you will learn is to expose that limited part of your mind which distracts you and creates resistance, so you won't meet what your desires are quickly. And once you remove your subconscious blocks, there will nothing to stop you. All you have to do is continue the system in a format that I'll set up. All that too is I put in the coaching. But you guys can also learn. I have over 100 videos here. Basically, I'm combining everything in one and putting them in that format, a coaching format, so you guys can take advantage and create your reality on a better scale. So keep in mind, again, let's do a quick review. Normality, okay? So visualize your desires in a normal state. Do not put them in a fantasy out of reach. If you're in fantasy state, you're in the state of your conscious ego mind, because it cannot see beyond that certain point, so it will create these fantasies, these things that are highly unimaginable. Wow, it would be great to have. To your subconscious, to your higher self, it's a walk in the park. It's a piece of cake. It's easy. It's nothing impossible. Your subconscious is literally looking at you and said, hey man, what are you doing? This is easy stuff. Come on, match my frequency so I can get it to you. That's what your subconscious is literally saying to you. Come on, man, what are you doing? You're in fantasy world here. Come on, I have everything ready for you right now. Just put your mind there, look at it as normal so that I can get it to you and you can experience it, okay? So that's the tip for today. Visualize a state of normality, expectancy. Get out from the fantasy. How do you get out from the fantasy realm? Just bring your emotions down and just follow the pattern. See these things as normal. Just the awareness that your mind sees these things as normal will enhance your ability to manifest them. You will negate that ego mind out of the picture. Okay? So thank you guys for tuning in, and keep the contents coming. Thank you guys.